think I may need to do some damage control with Kathy.
Why?
Well, I've been trying to be deferential, but I think it's coming off as patronizing.
Well, that was the risk.
I know.
Is she feeling threatened?
Threatened, no. Possibly overshadowed.
The Juggernaut from Netflix is back with season 3. Of course, we're talking about Kevin Spacey's House of Cards. This is an incredible series on a whole bunch of different levels, but obviously this has really changed the game for acceptance of streaming content and the bar, I think. It's almost Sopranos-like in terms of what all of these online shows or shows that originate from these online companies are reaching for. And in season 3, I cannot believe the effortlessness they have as a collective putting these stories together. There's no real defining these characters anymore. Just with a twitch or a look in any direction, you can kind of understand the underpinnings of these characters.
Ready for battle.
Yes.
It's so rich and so tense. Obviously, Frank Underwood is the president of the United States now.
Yeah.
And life isn't easy for him this season.
No, and that's the thing. You're jumping into the story, realizing that, oh my God, the president has a lot of crap to do, especially when the public and the people around him don't really seem to like him so much, because they're starting to realize that the Underwoods aren't really as lovely as they seem, because they have done some really shady stuff to get to where they are now. And just seeing, Robin Wright, my God.
Yeah, she commands this thing.
Freaking tastic, this woman. I feel like the whole show is about her and it centers around her, and she's just this amazing talent, number one, but number two, the writing for this woman is fantastic. The writing for all the women in the show, unbelievable. The strong characters that they have for women in the show, unreal. They're actually equal. That men and women are equal in the show, which I don't know if we've ever really seen before.
I should have never made you ambassador.
I should have never made you president.
I think it's a presentation of this power dynamics that are really prevalent and part of the Washington, D.C. culture for sure.
Yeah.
And I think there has been a lot more acceptance of women in these power roles, and it's great. And Claire Underwood is, I think, the most powerful of them all. I think that she is puppet master for Frank, which is an amazing feat as an acting accomplishment, because talk about having to play against Kevin Spacey, who is the ultimate scenery chewer. He's an incredible actor. He just really can get into every kind of sense of every part of the scene, so much so that he can have these breaking the fourth camera sort of moments and jump right back into character, right back into these scenes effortlessly, and it's just incredible to watch.
There are a lot of nasty things that happen in the show. You know this because you've seen the first 2 seasons, and if you haven't, are you crazy? Get on this. Get on this right away. It's free. You have Netflix, so just jump into it. I feel like I've lived in this world now for so long that I've actually stepped out of it and realized, though, I have to go back to my own life now. I'm not living in the White House. And you do feel like you're in the White House.
I know, and this is fantastic television. It's right up there with Game of Thrones, in my opinion.
Wow, that is heavy.
Yeah, it really is. It doesn't have as many of the extra things that make watching that so compelling, all the fantasy elements. But it's
especially
so
for
cool.
a political drama.
Yeah.
we live in Canada, but anything that happens in the States to do with politics is always super intriguing to me. And so to watch this all play out, and I know this is not really what's happening in the States, but they do touch on subjects that would really be happening in the White House right now. So it's very topical.
The sort of tension between the U.S. and Russia.
Absolutely.
Excellent stuff. What are you giving this season of House of Cards?
I love it. It gets a 10.
Yeah, it's getting a 9.5 from me.